Well guys, it's June the 11th, which obviously means it's Christmas time. Hence the Christmas beanie with the terrifying Santa Claus legs with the long ass feet. And my Christmas jumper, which has nothing Christmassy on it. That's because this jumper's for Kwanzaa, because if you know anything about Kwanzaa, this is what King Kwanzaa wears. I know you're wondering why you're bringing up Christmas. What's this got to do with anything? Well, the first episode of The Simpsons was a Christmas special, as any one of you probably knows. And seeing as it's Christmas, Santa left a little gift under my tree. It's The Deer Hunter on DVD, starring Robert De Niro. And there's a note. You should play Russian roulette with yourself. Okay. Well, that's not. It's not constructive. The first episode of The Simpsons was a Christmas special, and when I tried to watch it, because as you already know, I'm already into season 16 of my rewatch of The Simpsons, so I had to sort of restart it, and I didn't want to just be there drawing comparisons between this episode and the later episodes, especially not in any form, because A, the writing quality is poorer, but B, the visual quality is better, so I'll either be knocking it down for stuff it's not its fault, or praising it for stuff that might not be true in comparison to other things. The later episodes may be so bad that they seem better, so I try to detach myself. And the best way I could do this, seeing that it is the Simpsons Christmas special, was to watch it as a Christmas special. Christmas special is something I've been a big fan of my entire life. I always watch certain Christmas specials. The main one I'll watch every year is always Charlie Brown Christmas special, the Peanuts Christmas special. I'll always watch that. Which they draw a lot of heavy influences, but in a much more adult and cynical way. And not adult in a South Park, Beavis and Butthead, Family Guy way. Adult in a, there's jokes for the kids, but there's also things that the adults will get. And that doesn't even mean like sex, drugs, or violence. That means adult themes like money and bonuses. It's like Christmas Vacation. I mean, there are a few sexual stuff in there, but a lot of the themes are technically adult themes, but nothing really adult happens. Kids can still enjoy it. I enjoyed it. A Christmas Story, another one.
I'm proud to announce that we've been able to increase safety here at the plant without increasing the cost to the consumer or affecting management pay raises. However, for you semi-skilled workers, there will be no Christmas bonuses.
You notice as well, the first episode establishes quite a bit. A lot of stuff that you thought would have come to play way later in the series, and the way that a lot of sitcoms work. They established that the whole Patty, Selma, and Homer thing.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Patty. Hello, Selma. How was your trip?
Fine.
As well as the attitudes and opinions of all of the Simpsons family.
Jingle bells, that man smells, Robin lays an egg.
Dear friends of the Simpson family, we had some sadness and some gladness this year.
Marge, where's the extension cord?
Well, I wish you wouldn't, because aside from the fact that he has the same frailties as all human beings, he's the only father I have. Therefore, he is my model of manhood, and my estimation of him will govern the prospects of my adult relationships. So I hope you bear in mind that any knock at him is a knock at me, and I am far too young to defend myself against such onslaughts.
Go watch your cartoon show, dear.
They establish the Homer v. Flanders feud.
Oh my, what a little mess we've got here. Well, which ones are yours and which ones are mine?
Well, let's see.
Oh, this one's mine, and this one's mine. This one's mine. And
they're all yours.
Hey, Mr. Simpson, you dropped your pork chop.
Give me that.
They also show you Moe's, which I forgot that was even in the episode. They show you Moe's, which obviously looks completely different. It's blue, and they have saloon doors. It's crazy.
Drinks all around.
This episode was much deeper than I thought it was, and I'm not the kind of person who reads too much into things. I realize this was just an episode of a sitcom, and that's all it'll be. But at the same time, it is a Christmas special, and it does have touching elements. And when you... sorry, drank a little bit too much eggnog. When you sort of detach The Simpsons and the cultural impact that The Simpsons have, and sort of watch it as its own Christmas special, it's a very touching story about a father who, due to the way that his work has screwed him over, he can't afford to pay for gifts. And so he does a demeaning job as a Moore Santa, and then gets caught up by his son and feels emasculated, and then there's all that stuff, and it's actually really touching. Another interesting thing to take point, I know I told myself I wasn't going to compare it to the later episodes, but this is important, because in a lot of the later episodes, it's Homer that screws up, it's Homer that fucks up, it's Homer that does the stupid thing, it's Homer that makes everything snowball because of something completely, usually by accident. In later seasons, it's not so much. Sometimes he does things with malice intent, which is out of character for him. But in the good episodes, it's usually by accident that he sort of causes this series of events that end badly. But in this one, it's Bart, because, you know, they had money that they saved that Marge kept in her hair.
You can look now.
And then he was also supposed to get a bonus. The bonus gets taken away from him, and something that he can't control. And then Bart gets a tattoo, which Marge has to pay for the removal, the laser removal, and it's not him, which makes you have a lot more sympathy for him, because then you think about it, he could totally be like, oh, well, you screwed up and my boss screwed up, so I guess we're just going to have a lame Christmas this year. No, he doesn't even admit that he didn't get his bonus. He's that proud and doesn't want his wife and his kids to see him as a failure.
I get the feeling there's something you haven't told me, Homer.
Huh? Oh, I love you, Marge.
Homer, you tell me that all the time.
Oh, good, because I do love you. And I don't deserve you as much as a guy with a fat wallet and a credit card that won't set off that horrible beeping.
Well, I think it does have something to do with your Christmas bonus.
And that's something which gets lost even in the good episodes later on. And I mean, the show would be very different if they continued that on, and it'd probably be a lot sadder if in every episode Homer was just constantly trying to prove himself. But it's very interesting, and especially for a Christmas special, and that reoccurs in Simpsons Christmas specials. That's when you see a side to Homer that you don't see a lot, which is him trying to prove himself. The other times you see Homer try and prove himself is when he's wronged Marge, which are other touching episodes, but we will get to them. So yeah, to close, it was a great episode. I forgot how great it actually was in many terms. Not a lot happens in it. After you watch other episodes where they do so much, you realize that the plot is quite thin on this one, but it's full with such imaginative characters and great ways to introduce characters and plot themes and everything, and things that will be relevant throughout the continuation of Simpsons. That it fills it out and it makes it chunky, and the thing's about 23 minutes long, including the part at the end where they sing, which is kind of an influence from the Peanuts Christmas special, which if you haven't seen What's Wrong With You, you can see it. But yeah, a stellar episode. Tune in. I think I might do the next episode tomorrow, because the webcam thing isn't going to stick around. I'm going to get an SD card tomorrow, and I'm going to use a proper camera. Because these are going to be more occurring, and you don't want this quality for a show. Like, this is a show, so I figured I might as well bring the quality up a bit. But yeah, thank you for watching. Tune in next time on The Simpsons Did It. Oh, I think of a closing catchphrase, don't I? Everyone has a closing catchphrase. Hey, don't forget to steam your hams. Don't forget to grounds keep your willies. Yeah, that will do, mate. That will do.